All right, guys, what's up? Welcome back to Asknikkip. I've got my little Balzan. He's here to join me. Oh, you want me to throw your ball? There you go. This tiny little deck. That's exciting. All right, so I'm going to jump into today's question. It says, Dear Nikki, my mom is divorced and hasn't had a boyfriend since I was 7. I am 16 now, and I don't know if this is a common feeling, but I don't want her to have a boyfriend. I feel selfish, but it is weird to me. I've only known my parents as single my whole life. It is such a weird thought. I recently discovered that she has been seeing someone for the past month and goes to the store for an hour. I feel kind of weird and mad that she hasn't told me, especially that he is 20 years younger than her. Not to mention, the reason my parents got divorced was because my dad cheated on my mom. I would never think my mom would do the same thing, but I overheard one of her conversations, and the man that she is seeing is in an empty marriage. How could my mom do something she experienced having her husband at the time cheat on her? How should I approach the situation? Thanks, Nikki. You are a huge inspiration to us all. I used to not read compliments you guys would send in the letter. Now I read them because I just want you to know they mean a lot to me and I see them. So thank you. All right, the question. Here is my thoughts. No, I don't think that is selfish. I understand why a parent would want to date again because they don't want to be alone, and that's totally understandable. But I think being a parent, once you are a parent, you're a parent. I think that should be your first priority. That being said, I understand why your mom wants to date. The situation she's in does sound a little strange, and I honestly think that, like, you should say something to your mom. I think asking your mom, like, hey, Mom, could we have, like, a night in? I want to, like, cook a dinner with you, and I really want to sit down and talk. I have some important stuff. Or could we order in pizza or something like that? And if she's like, yeah, what's this about? Because she'll probably be like, what's this about? Be like, I don't want to talk about it right now. Don't be too concerned. This is not a life or death thing. I just need mommy-daughter night, and I need time to talk to you about some stuff going on in life. I just want to talk to you. And set that time aside, and yeah, I would broach your mom, and I would find a nice way to tell your mom your point of view, because from what you're saying, and I know this is only one side, I actually agree. I think that is kind of strange, and your mom is probably most definitely still really hurt from what went on between her and your dad. That is really, really hard. And I don't know what is going on. Maybe allergies. I'm having a hard time breathing. That's hard, and that does sound off. And I think that you're seeing, at least, obviously it's complicated because of her feelings that are in the mix, but I think you're seeing it very clearly in the sense of, like, black and white. Dude, I gotta pause. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. I'm having a really hard time breathing today. Anyways, I see that as very, like, yeah, that's kind of strange. And so I think having a dinner with your mom and sitting down and saying to her exactly what you said to me from a place of, like, of love and understanding that, like, Mom, I know you were so hurt by Dad, but from where I'm sitting, this seems really strange to me. So I wanted to sit down and tell you, like, I'm sorry if this comes off as selfish, but, like, I just want my mom right now as I'm growing up. It is a really weird and scary feeling for me to picture my mom dating someone when I want my mom right now. And also, I have to be honest with you, and I really hope this doesn't hurt you, but I have to tell you, from where I'm sitting, this situation seems strange to me. Obviously, what Dad did was horrible and hurt you a lot. And so, from where I'm sitting, knowing that you're dating someone 20 years younger than you and knowing that he's married seems wrong to me, and also just hard for me to get my head around because of what you went through with Dad. I just don't understand how you could do that to someone else. I understand he's not happy, but he's got a wife, and I want to understand where you're coming from, because where I'm sitting, this seems odd to me and it doesn't sit right to me. So I wanted to communicate that with you because I want to have an open relationship with you, and I want to be honest that I'm uncomfortable with what's going on. Now, I realize that is way easier said than done, like everything else in life, But I think that that's important. And I think that relationships are worth fighting for and being honest and pushing through. And that's hard. I mean, I had a conversation with my mom today where I was saying, like, dude, relationships are hard because there is pain and there's difficulty and communication is hard. But it's worth the fight, because when Dan and I were talking about this, I'm like bouncing back and forth. But I talked to Dan and my mom a lot. He was saying that. He was like, dude, relationships are the only thing that matter in life. So pushing through the pain of like the awkward communication is worth it. So I don't think you're being selfish. I don't think you're being illogical. I actually think you're being logical, and you're having a normal reaction for a child of, you know, divorced parents. I think a fairly normal reaction. I mentioned Dr. Laura in one of my other videos, but kids call in all the time in this situation, and they always have this kind of feeling, like always. And I'm sure there's people out there who don't feel this way, because there is no like blanket statement that's true for everyone. But I hear this a lot, and, you know, yeah, that's the point. Express how you're feeling to your mom. I think that's really important, that you guys talk and get on the same page and let her know how you genuinely feel. Yeah, that's my thought. So, the question says, Twitter question, what do you consider your style to be like? BTW, I love your videos. Thank you. I consider my style to be, I used to call it comfy chic or casual chic, because I'm super comfy and casual. I don't know why I threw the chic in there, maybe just because I'm not just rolling around in my sweatpants. But now I just kind of call my style casual, maybe California casual. I'm very casual, sometimes to a fault, pretty much all the time. Like, I always wonder, I'm like, dude, if and probably when, because more stuff is starting to come up, I start going on like red carpet things for like events, just because more YouTubers are being invited to things. I'm like, dude, I feel like I'm going to be like the most underdressed YouTuber like on the red carpet ever. I'm very casual. I just feel more comfortable casual pretty much all the time. Like, I feel like I can be more me and free and run around and like, I don't know, relate to everyone. I guess that doesn't make much sense, but that's just how I feel more like myself. So comfy, casual, guys. So although I am getting pretty sick of like, I have had like no makeup on for the last 8 days because of my Fraxel. So there's that. So I will see you all soon. Hopefully I'm not out of breath in all these videos. I don't know what's going on right now, but I will see you all soon. Send your messages and questions to asknikkip@gmail.com, and I will see you later. Bye, guys.
You're feeling nothing's going right. Why don't you let me